I don't know if you guys have read the Massachusetts State Police report. It's lacking a lot. They didn't call the people that they called, which I'm surprised they didn't call Barb. Most of the people they interviewed were people who called. They didn't go outside and talk to a lot of her other friends, because we've talked to a lot of them and they didn't talk to them. We actually just interviewed a friend of hers like 2 weeks ago. They never talked to her. And she was hanging out with Sandra up to about 2 weeks before she saw Sandra, and they hung out a lot.
And they never talked to her at all, ever?
Nope.
So that goes along with your experience then, Barb, that these people don't get talked to. And even if you call them, maybe they don't want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, if you've got a predetermined outcome, what do you need to talk to people for? What do you have to talk to witnesses for? What do you have to investigate? You already got it figured out. It's shocking, the similarities in these cases.
Right.
And you know, I want to go back to the Guarino thing, because my understanding was that the text messages were there, but Guarino didn't find them on Farwell's phone, as opposed to, well, you know, that he just missed them. Do we know if that's true? Because that was my understanding. Now, maybe that's incorrect.
Farwell deleted everything from his phone.
Farwell deleted everything on his phone.
Yeah,
okay.
Everything that had to do with Sandra, he deleted that from his phone.
But you can find
is it really deleted, or is it
not
no,
they're
deleted?
not.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
I mean, you actually can see deleted, as we know from the Karen Reed case and the How's Long to Die in the Cold. Deleted, and then it just shows as deleted, but it's still there.
It's still there, unless you write software, because you don't want to implicate somebody that will take away the deleted. The fact that something is deleted, but that's another whole story, because it just, the whole thing not only stinks, it smells, and there has to be something with Sandra's story, with Sandra's love of angels, with Sandra's love of animals, with Sandra's love of having a baby, that she has to be guiding you somehow, Barb. You must feel that, because I'm a strong believer in things like that, guiding you to, and you and Mizzy to keep going here.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've adopted the flamingo, because she had a flamingo necklace when she passed, and it was a necklace she got from our grandmother. So that's kind of our animal right now, is the flamingo.
Yeah.
Flamingo, yeah.
It's one of the things that kind of solved her case.
It kind of did, yeah.
Because that was one of the neck, right?
Yeah, it was broken. It was ripped off her neck. That was one of the things that your husband and Dr. Smock talked about, that the necklace was, ripped off. It had hair in it, showing that there was a struggle, and yeah.
And he was so big, it wouldn't take much of a struggle. Somebody his height against somebody who's 4'10".
He was 6'4".
Yeah.
6'4". She was only 4'10".
Yeah. The more you talk about this, the more it's just horrendous. It's horrendous, and to me, it's horrendous that you haven't been spoken till still, Barb. It's horrendous that the medical examiner's office hasn't changed the report. To me, it's horrendous that there was no review of what these people were doing with the police explorers. To me, it's horrendous that this young lady allegedly was statutory rape at the age of 15, that she was groomed. And then to me, it's horrendous that because this investigation is lacking, who else is out there? Any clue?
Mm-hmm.
It's hard because people are afraid to come forward. It's like, who do they go to? They can't trust the police, because they're like, look what the police did to Sandra. They're the ones who hurt her. So and if other children were abused, which I tend to believe that there are other victims out there, or at least groomed. There is one that came forward. I believe I've talked about her before. She happened in 2002. She was in the Explorers program with the Farwells when they were all teenagers. She was 12 when she was in the program, and she was groomed by Divine. So to me, there's like almost a 10-year gap between her and Sandra.
You don't think it's an empty gap?
Yeah. They don't go dormant, Yeah.
I'm going to show this. We talked about it. I wanted to dig this up. This is the
Yeah.
necklace you're talking about
Yeah.
with the flamingo on it. Hey, so let me ask you, both of you, do you feel more confident now that it's in the hands of the feds that justice will be served, that there may be more arrests? What are your thoughts on that?
I do, definitely. I think they know a whole lot more than we do, and I certainly hope there's going to be more arrests.
Yeah.
At least 2 more.
Yeah. I'm excited that the feds have it, and we're hoping that this that he, ends up being convicted. We hope the other ones get arrested for the abuse that they put upon Sandra. But people got to understand too, it's an uphill battle with this case. You have Michael Morrissey still saying it was a suicide.
He's doubled down. He's doubled down on that now.
Exactly. The Massachusetts medical examiner has not changed her death certificate. She's still listed as a suicide. So,
and won't come on our show to defend it, by the way. Won't
Yeah.
come on our show to defend it, okay? If that's what you believe, come and defend it.
Exactly. So this isn't going to be like just this easy peasy case. There is going to be a little bit of an uphill battle because, of course, the defense is going to call, Fanning and Dunn, and they closed the case saying it was, it was a Sandra did it to herself. So it's not going to be just a slam dunk easy case. I have faith that the feds have everything they need to convict him, but it's not going to be a slam dunk. That's why, on one hand, I do hope that they get him to plea, because at least it'll be finalized and we don't have to worry about the ugliness, because this case is going to get ugly. They are going to go after Sandra with everything they got from those defense lawyers.
They're going to shame the victim. Yeah.
Yep.
So how would you feel if Farwell made a deal, but part of that deal was implicating the others that you think might be involved? Would you be okay with that?
Yeah, I would be.
Yeah, as long as he's not, getting out in like 15 years. If he has to have a significant, he has to be incarcerated for a significant amount of time,
So what else can we do, Barb and Mizzy, as a public to advance both Sandra's memory, the knowledge of this case, and to get justice served for Sandra? What else do we have to do in both of your eyes?
Just keep telling her story. We just need people to keep pushing her story out there, and and honor her. She was a young woman who was so excited to be a mom, and she was looking forward to her future. And people got to understand that she was a full person. That's one of the things when somebody's murdered, people forget that there's a person behind that. They're not just that murdered girl or the murdered guy. They were a living, breathing person. Yeah. And she also had a baby that's life was also taken. So people just have to keep telling her story, and any support that you guys can give us, like anybody out there, come join our pages, come learn more about her case. So when you tell friends and family members about her case, the facts, so you're not putting out misinformation. We have our website. That's a perfect place to go find out about Sandra's case, and just keep telling her story.